Premier and I have definitely had some heated conversations over my time in this chair.
One of those UCP disagreements, the finance minister says, a $1.2 billion tax break for Albertans at a time the province is running a $5.2 billion deficit. Nate Horner wanted to delay this move until population growth fueled more tax revenues, but the Premier insisted now is the time. Alberta taxpayers will save up to $750 a year.
And that's money better spent on what you need and what you need for your families. It's money to spend on your priorities.
Horner told reporters he values balanced books, but gave in on the tax cut now because Albertans are still recovering from high inflation and facing Trump tariffs, which could further hurt family budgets.
I'm sure we'll come out the other end of this stronger than ever, but we are fearful for Alberta households.
The tax cut was a UCP election promise, but it also arrives at a time when the government is under fire, facing corruption allegations and the resignation of an infrastructure minister.
It doesn't make sense to borrow money and send it back to Albertans.
This political scientist believes the tax cut is a distraction from investigations into government interference and allegations of kickbacks related to private health contracts.
This isn't about the budget. This isn't about fiscal responsibility. This is about appealing to her base and trying to change the channel around a growing scandal.
So how do people on the streets of Edmonton and Calgary feel about a tax break and a deficit? What do you think of that?
Doesn't sound very smart.
If the government is going to debt, then that's not good, I think.
Well, there may be some people who need a tax break, but we also need health care.
I think that's a little crazy. I think that you can definitely balance a budget.
But this political strategist believes the government's thought process is a smart one.
How do we keep our core audience on side? How do we have some good news to talk about in this budget? Well, let's do this tax cut, and this tax cut touches everybody, and it and I think they're hoping that buys them a little bit of credit.
The Minister of Finance.
With no clear path back to balance, Horner says he will keep hiking Alberta's portion of property tax bills and is exploring other fee increases to raise revenues. From Edmonton, Sean Amato, City News.